The story begins with Momo, who is on her way to a job interview with her friend. On the way, she accidentally collides with a boy named Gu Wei-yi. He immediately apologizes, untangles her dress from his bicycle, and then leaves. However, during this chaos, their bags get exchanged without them realizing it. When Momo reaches the interview venue, she is asked to present her qualifications. As soon as she hands over her card, she realizes that it is not hers but Gu Wei-yi's card. She feels extremely embarrassed, and as a result, her interview gets cancelled. On the other hand, Gu Wei-yi also has an important exam, but he is stopped because he does not have his ID with him. Because of this, he is not allowed to sit for the exam. Soon after, the two meet again, realize the mix-up, and return each other's bags. Gu Wei-yi checks his belongings and jokingly Momo's friend says, "She didn't leave anything behind." Gu Wei-yi replies, "You should check as well." When Momo checks her bag, she notices that one important thing is missing: her menstrual pad. She gets worried and casually says, "Maybe it got lost somewhere. You won't need it anyway." Momo has feelings for her friend Fu Pei, but she never gathers the courage to confess them. Fu Pei also keeps ignoring her, which silently hurts her. Later, it is revealed that Momo and Gu Wei-yi live in the same house, as their mothers are best friends. Because of this close family connection, they end up sharing the same home. One day, Momo suddenly experiences severe stomach pain, and Gu Wei-yi takes her to the hospital. The doctor tells them that it is only mild pain and will go away in a few hours, advising her to drink juice and rest. When Momo wakes up, she looks at the food and says, "Will I really eat all this by myself?" Gu Wei-yi replies, "You just drink the juice. The rest is for me." Momo starts eating anyway, and just then the doctor walks in. To protect her, Gu Wei-yi quickly says, "She's fine now. You can leave." The next day, while Momo is drying her bedsheet, it slips and falls down. As both of them try to retrieve it, they bump into each other. Fu Pei witnesses this scene and is shocked. He asks, "Since when have you two been living together?" Then he says to Momo, "You didn't even tell me this. I thought I was your best friend." Momo calmly replies, "Not everything needs to be told." Feeling upset, Fu Pei leaves. Meanwhile, Momo hurts herself while doing laundry. Gu Wei-yi immediately rushes to her and helps her without hesitation. The following day, while Momo is at the hostel, Gu Wei-yi calls her and says, "Your mother is coming." She is surprised and quickly returns home with her friend. However, when she arrives, her mother is not there at all. Realizing she was misled, Momo gets angry at Gu Wei-yi. But Gu Wei-yi says, their plan got cancelled. Soon the doorbell rings and Fu Pei arrives. He surprises Momo with a party, and everyone enjoys themselves thoroughly. They watch movies together, and during this time, Fu Pei also starts developing feelings for Momo. At one point, Momo's friend, mistakenly thinking he is Momo, tries to kiss her, and Momo walks in just in time to witness everything. Later, when Momo is about to return to the hostel, Gu Wei-yi tells her, "First, finish cleaning the house, then go." Momo replies, "I've already cleaned it." Then Gu Wei-yi instructs her to remove a sticker from the wall. As she is about to leave again, he adds, "The bathroom pipe is blocked." To prove his point, he shows her the long pipe and asks, "Now will you fix it?" Even after her efforts, the pipe remains broken. Gu Wei-yi then says, "The mechanic will fix it. Until then, you will stay here." Later, Momo and Gu Wei-yi go to the market to buy some items. Gu Wei-yi asks, "Momo, take the key out of my bag." When she takes it out, she finds a small box in her hands. She thinks, maybe it's something important. But when she opens it, she finds a condom inside and immediately closes the box. Back home, Gu Wei-yi tells her, "Throw it away." Momo responds, "Yes, throw it away." Gu Wei-yi then jokingly asks, "Were you supposed to join me in this?" Momo simply walks away. The next night, Momo is at home watching a movie when the doorbell rings. Fu Pei arrives and asks her to come along somewhere, and Momo happily goes with him. When she returns, Gu Wei asks, "What did Fu Pei say to you?" Momo tells the truth. "He proposed to me, but I rejected him. I've started hating him because he never supported me." Momo had also rejected Fu Pei, which makes Gu Wei happy, and he goes to sleep in his room. The next day, Gu Wei and Momo are having breakfast when the doorbell rings again. Gu Wei goes to check, and Momo's friends have come because it is Momo's birthday. Surprised, Momo asks, "How did you all come here? We had arranged the birthday party and the place already." Gu Wei, though initially irritated, says, "It's okay. Today is all about wishing you a happy birthday." A plan is made to decorate with balloons, but Momo refuses, worried that it will ruin the wall paint and anger Gu Wei. However, Gu Wei helps her by sticking the balloons to the ceiling, even pressing them with her hair. Together with all their friends, they celebrate Momo's birthday. During the party, everyone plays games. When Momo loses a game, the candle she is holding has instructions. Look into the eyes of the person wearing your shirt color for 20 seconds. Momo feels relieved, thinking no one is wearing her color. But then everyone points out, Gu Wei is wearing it. You have to look into his eyes. At first, Momo hesitates, but following the rules of the game, they lock eyes. They are so absorbed in each other that time seems to fly by, and someone finally says, "Stop, time's up." After the party ends, Momo quickly cleans the house while Gu Wei lies down on the sofa. Momo tells him, "Go sleep in your room." She tries to make him get up, but he is heavy and she says, "Fine, just rest here." Later, Momo goes to her room and thinks Gu Wei might be feeling cold. She approaches him, but he is sleeping in a very odd position. When she touches him, he starts slipping upward and, in a sudden turn of events, kisses Momo in his sleep. Later, Momo gets angry and exclaims, "Freeze in this cold." But despite her anger, she still gives him a blanket. The next day, Gu Wei goes to his lab for work. He confides in his professor and a friend, saying, "I think I'm in love with Momo, but I don't know if she feels the same about me." The professor then gives Gu Wei a diary containing all the tricks he once used to make his wife fall for him. He tells Gu Wei, "I used these tricks for my own wife." Gu Wei starts following the diary's instructions carefully. The first rule in the diary says, "Talk to a girl on the phone. If she tries to listen to you, it means things are going well." Gu Wei tries this with Momo, but she doesn't give it much importance. He then moves to the second trick, which says, "Compliment the girl." Following this, Gu Wei approaches Momo and says, "You cleaned the house really well today, you're truly brave." Momo is surprised because he has never complimented her before, and she thanks him politely. The next rule he reads is related to romance. Talk about romantic things with the girl. If she doesn't get upset, it's a good sign. Gu Wei tries this too, but Momo doesn't show much interest. Finally, the last rule in the diary says, "Create a romantic scene and confess your feelings." Gu Wei follows it by bringing Momo her favorite things, lighting a candle, and even calling his professor for advice over the phone. The professor asks, "Did you confess your feelings?" Gu Wei politely refuses, keeping it a secret for now. At that moment, Gu Wei's friend says, "What does she study? Ask her a question." He writes a math equation and asks Momo to solve it. However, she is unable to solve it and gets frustrated, which makes her angry. The professor then advises, "There's only one option left. Compose poetry and confess your love." Gu Wei tries this, but Momo turns his poetry into a joke, which frustrates him further, and he leaves in anger. The next day, Gu Wei is in the lab. During lunch, his senior notices him and asks, "You haven't eaten?" Gu Wei refuses, saying, "I'm not feeling well." The senior insists, "Let's go to the doctor," but Gu Wei declines. Later, while Gu Wei is at home, Momo calls and asks, "Did you take your medicine?" He replies, "No." Momo responds, Alright, I'll come over now. At the door, someone rings the bell. It's Gu Weiyi's senior, who has come to collect some lab documents. Gu Weiyi asks, "Who gave you my address?" Senior replies, "The professor did." Gu Weiyi asks her to come inside. When he goes to get her some water, the doorbell suddenly rings. Senior opens the door, and Momo arrives, slightly annoyed. She gives Gu Weiyi his medicine, and he continues working on his lab tasks. After a while, the senior leaves. Momo checks his fever, which is quite high, and insists he go to the hospital, but Gu Weiyi refuses. The following day, Fu Pai talks with his friend Wang Shan. Wang Shan says, "I like you. Do you like me?" Fu Pai replies, "You have supported me and helped me through every difficulty. I thought if I said, 'I love you,' you wouldn't get angry. Actually, I like you too." Wang Shan asks, "You didn't love Momo, right?" Fu Pai responds, "No, that was a misunderstanding. Will you be my girlfriend? If not, I'll hit my head against this rock." Wang Shan smiles and says, "I like you too. Love you." Meanwhile, Momo remembers Gu Weiyi's senior, who works with him. At that moment, a cap breaks, and Gu Weiyi comes to help, but Momo refuses his assistance. Gu Weiyi says, "Alright, clean it yourself." Momo responds, "Your senior can handle it, tell her to do it." The next day, when Gu Weiyi goes to the lab, he forgets to bring his microscope. His friend questions, "How can you do this?" and informs the professor. Both of them suspect that the girl might have run away with her ex-boyfriend, but Gu Weiyi denies it. On another side, Momo goes to recharge her mobile and unexpectedly meets the senior there. She says, "You're here for recharge too?" Later, while eating with her friend asks, "Who was that beautiful girl?" Momo replies, "She works with Gu Weiyi." Her friend warns, "Be careful. Gu Weiyi might fall for her. Even if he doesn't, she will." Momo dismisses it lightly. Let them do whatever they want. Her friend then leaves. At that moment, the senior sits with Momo and asks, "Since you live with Gu Weiyi, is there something between you two?" Momo denies it firmly. "Nothing like what you're thinking. We're just best friends." Curiously, Momo asks, "Why are you asking? Do you love Gu Weiyi?" The senior confirms, "Yes," which surprises Momo. Just then, Gu Weiyi arrives and Momo, seeing him, quickly leaves. The next day, while Gu Weiyi is busy with his work, Momo brings him a drink and says, "Drink this now." Gu Weiyi protests, "I still have to go to the lab." But Momo insists and forcefully makes him drink, asking, "Do you remember something now?" At that moment, Momo comes closer and recalls that Gu Weiyi had kissed her first during the dance incident. He attempts to kiss her again, but Momo moves aside, stopping him. Gu Weiyi goes to the lab and tells his professor the whole story. "I kissed Momo first during the dance incident. When I tried to kiss her again, she refused. Does that mean she doesn't like me?" The professor reassures him, "No, that's not the case. If she didn't like you, she could have filed a police complaint, but she didn't. You should take her to a place where a romantic scene can happen, and make sure she doesn't leave from there." Gu Weiyi thinks to himself, "What kind of place would that be?" He then takes Momo to a gaming zone. Momo asks, "Why did you bring me here?" Gu Weiyi replies, "This is a peaceful place." Momo retorts, "For me, a peaceful place is my bed," and says nothing more. Gu Weiyi insists, "I need to talk to you." Momo asks, "About what?" Just then, a game starts, and Gu Weiyi doesn't get a chance to speak. Once the game is over, he suggests, "Let's start another game." But Momo firmly refuses and walks out. The next day, while at home, Momo asks, "Do you like me?" Gu Weiyi is surprised and says, "Did you just say that yourself?" Momo apologizes. "That was my misunderstanding, sorry." They then have a proper conversation. Gu Weiyi admits, "Yes, I like you. Do you like me?" Momo replies, "Yes," and goes back to her room. Later, Momo gets ready for work. She tells Gu Wei, "I'm leaving." He doesn't reply immediately, but when she returns, Gu Wei is waiting outside. They sit together on a bench, and Momo starts feeling sleepy. Gu Wei gently says, "You can rest your head on my shoulder." Momo leans her head on his shoulder. Just then, Momo's boss calls and says, "Come to the office quickly." Momo goes to the office and discovers that the shirt meant for the shoot is too small, and there is no other shirt available. She goes to Gu Wei, takes his jacket, and drapes it over her head, making the outfit fit properly. Then she remembers that Gu Wei might be feeling cold too, so she gives him the smaller shirt. Once the shoot is over, she returns the jacket and the shirt. Later they go on a date, shop together, and have a lot of fun. When they return home, they find themselves in the same room. Suddenly, their dad and mother arrive, which makes them both anxious. They worry that being in the same room might cause problems. Gu Wei quickly moves to another room, but this swap makes the parents suspicious. They remark, "They've grown up. It's time to arrange their marriage." Both Momo and Gu Wei respond, "There's no plan for marriage yet. First, we'll complete our studies, then think about it." In the next scene, their graduation day arrives. Gu Wei asks Momo, "Do you know how to tie a tie?" She tries and says, "I saw it on my mobile before." She attempts to tie it in a funny style and jokes, "I'll have my friend help me set my tie properly." During the group photo, the senior notices Gu Wei's tie isn't correct and starts fixing it. Momo's friend asks her, "Can you take our group photo, please?" While she is taking the photo, her friend suggests, "Can we take a photo together?" At that moment, Gu Wei steps in. The friend protests, "I just wanted to click a photo with Momo," and then Momo walks away. The next day, Momo washes both bedsheets on her bed. Gu Wei asks, "Where will you sleep now?" She replies, "I'll sleep outside." Gu Wei insists, "Today you should sleep in my room." But Momo can't sleep and goes outside to check. Momo asks, "Why didn't you sleep?" Gu Wei replies with a slight smile, "I can only sleep in my own bed." Then Gu Wei says, "I'll try sleeping outside, you're not feeling comfortable." But Momo replies, "It's okay, I trust you." Gu Wei responds, "Don't trust me." As Momo starts to go outside, Gu Wei stops her and says, "Sleep here." When he switches off the light, Momo asks, "Do you really like me?" Surprised, Gu Wei asks, "Why this question now?" and then admits, "Yes, I like you." Momo smiles and says, "Love you." From that moment, their relationship begins. The next day, Gu Wei's professor asks, "Did you tell your family that you're going to Germany for studies?" Gu Wei denies it, saying he hadn't confirmed it yet, which is why he didn't mention it. He then asks his senior, "If you were Momo, would you be angry if I didn't tell you I'm going to Germany?" At that moment, Momo arrives, and Gu Wei takes her to his science lab. Momo is delighted. Gu Wei shares, "I got the scholarship and ranked first in my class." Momo congratulates him, but he continues, "I'm going to Germany for 6 months, which makes Momo sad, and she leaves. The next day, while preparing for his trip, Momo asks, "How can you leave me behind?" She hugs him tightly and pleads, "Take me with you, please." Momo accompanies Gu Wei to the airport, exploring everything and saying, "Let's eat," trying many things along the way. Gu Wei then says, "It's time now." Momo replies tearfully, "I'll miss you," and walks away. At home, her mother notices her sitting on the floor and says, "Why are you sitting on the ground? You must be cold." Momo remembers Gu Wei, grabs her bag, packs her things and says, "I'm going to him." Her mother protests, "You're not well, don't be foolish." Momo insists, "I'll come back after marriage." Meanwhile, Gu Wei calls his friend. "Momo isn't answering my phone. I'm worried." The friend says, "It's 2 a.m., she's probably asleep. You should sleep too." When Gu Wei enters his room, he first thinks he's in the wrong room. Returning, he realizes, This is Momo, and they both smile happily at each other. The next day, a German girl arrives and confesses, "I love you." Gu Wei firmly says, "I love someone else." The girl asks him to introduce her to his girlfriend. At that moment, Momo appears and says, "I'm his girlfriend." Gu Wei corrects her, saying, "She's not just my girlfriend, she's my wife." Gu Wei then takes Momo to a church and Momo asks, "What is this place?" Gu Wei replies, "We are going to get married." After the wedding, the senior arrives surprised. "Momo, how did you come here?" Gu Wei smiles and says, "We got married." The senior congratulates them and leaves. Momo gets upset with Gu Wei and says, "I didn't even get to wear a wedding dress, and you didn't give me a ring." Gu Wei tries to sleep, but Momo wakes him up, and they become romantic again, sharing a kiss. Later, Momo looks for a job on her mobile, but Gu Wei tells her, "Just relax, I'll handle the work." Momo worries. "How will we celebrate our honeymoon? We'll need money." Gu Wei hands her his card and says, "This has my scholarship money. We can have fun." In this way, both of them are happy, and the story concludes with a happy ending. If you enjoyed this story, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. Stay connected with us for more complete movie recaps and interesting stories. See you in the next video. Until then, take care.